Hello, everyone. This is your witchy wonder, Lady J. I don't know how long I'll be on here, but going through some stuff right now. And using this as an outlet, but as usual, I'm not, trying to harm anybody or upset anybody, and I hope no little kids stumble onto my live stream here. I've got this set for anyone, but all I ask is no trolls, please. No disruptors, no mean people that like to insult and cut people down because they're just bored and they're surfing the net for something to do. But you never know what you're going to get with me. You never know what I might have on here. Um, Chris's health still is not great, and I want to say it's improving, but I honestly don't know. Um, there's days when it seems like it's okay, and there's days when it's obviously not. And it's a constant struggle for me every day to not over worry, overthink, overreact, and end up manifesting negative things, which is not what I want to do. I started reading my secret books again by Rhonda Byrne for therapy. It's my ongoing quest for therapy for myself because right now it's all I've got. Um, Finding a counselor is hard nowadays, and finding one you don't have to pay for even more so. But I'm not sure what to say. How do I keep things positive? And I do try, but there's a lot going on this month, this week. I didn't even know you went out. Where'd you go?
For some butterflies. Kind of late in their season, and the ground's pretty dry. They need some moisture.
You were outside?
Huh?
You were outside?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you went to bed. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
Like I said, nothing. I was hoping for fireflies, but instead it is late in their season.
Yeah. Ow. Carpal
The
tunnel.
ground is dry.
My
They
hand's
need a
numb.
certain amount of moisture
Yeah.
to be able to get their way out.
Right. 20 to 9. Uh, guess I'm just speechless, at a loss for words. Trying to keep my thinking positive. Ow, ow, my ankles. My ankles have been hurting me a lot. Even though I've been getting acupuncture and stuff. Because my insurance pays for it, Humana. But I just wish I could see some good, that's coming from it, not more pain, more discomfort. Especially having fibromyalgia. It's maybe that's part of what's going on, is that's part of the soreness. And I have to be real careful how I rest my feet and legs now so I don't aggravate and make it hurt worse. So again, I'm I'm trying to learn how to be more, positive and optimistic, and just get through each day. And
Yeah.
hey, boo, how you doing? Hello, my cat, one of them. Yeah, baby. Keep up to get some loving pets, I guess. But I'm going to have to go to another room because Krista's about to do a breathing treatment. And it gets really noisy in here. Look out, boo.
Oh.
Ow. If I don't trip all over myself, that is. I need to drink some water anyway. I've been drinking too much sweet stuff again lately, and I know that's not good. Sorry it's so dark, but I'm walking through a dimly lit apartment right now. And of course, I have to spray down the bed, at least my side of it, so keeps the bed bugs at bay, at least somewhat. Yeah, getting that wet's probably not a good idea. I'll set it here in my lap. There we go. I don't think I can. What is that? Can't expand the screen. Excuse me. Hey, Kalika. Kalika's probably going to be jumping up here any minute. You coming up? Coming up? Come on. Well, come on. You can jump that. Come on. Oh, crap. Now what? Let me set this up here. I don't want to get it wet. And I think she jumped up. Did you jump up? There you are. She's right here. Hello. Um, so once again, like I said, I'm trying to stay positive and optimistic. That's just a UV light behind me. See? So, let's see if I can do this without knocking everything everywhere. It's challenging to maintain any kind of positivity or optimism in a world that's full of negative. How do you balance yourself out? How do you where do you start? Um, I do believe in the law of attraction. I do believe that thoughts become things, and those things contain power. It's just me petting my cat, which you can barely see back here because she's got a lot of dark colors in her. Um, I believe that what we focus on is what we manifest. But I don't like all the long pauses I'm doing here because I don't want to feel like I'm just doing this for nothing. What do I want to say? How do I keep things in a positive uh, context? Um, and because Krista's, I'm not sure how much longer he's going to be up. He may go to bed like right after he does his breathing treatment. And if he does, that's fine. I'll just walk back out to the front room, try to continue this. So I guess I'm doing a lot of thinking. What do I want to manifest? You know, um, where do I want to put my mental focus and at the same time be in the moment? Be here now kind of mentality. Um, I manifest my phase 10 program business taking off and doing well right away. I manifest I will have an absolutely beautiful car here soon because in today's world, you almost need two vehicles, especially when you have two people that have a lot of goings on and events, appointments, and this and that. Takes a lot of gas, a lot of time, car maintenance. Krista's got doctor's appointments all the way up to this Friday, I think. And we're only in Tuesday, right? So it's like, my head's going to explode. Um, yeah, I don't want to manifest that. But SSI will not find out about it. Um, No need to worry, because let's face it, the government is corrupt and they have a bad habit of ripping people off daily, um, which is not good because a lot of us work really hard for our money, and it's just not right that the government can just come and take it away when all you're trying to do is make that little bit of extra so you can afford to live. Trump is ruining more and more stuff, so it's a lot, yeah, a lot going on, and not a lot of good. And I'm not trying to manifest any bad, believe me. There's plenty of that right now in the world, and I see many people signing up under me. I see the wisdom in my choice to invest in my business because let's face it, you gotta spend money to earn money, right? That's the way of the world. So I feel like it's come down to, if we're going to be unlimited options, then okay, let's just go for it all, right? Absolutely. Um, I manifest my dream house, getting my dream house, having the money to buy it cash, and be able to move in the same day if I want, which most likely I will want to move in right away. In a good neighborhood, not far from my mom, uh, lots of space, at least 3 acres of land, nice big house, wraparound porch, um, like it was just built yesterday for me. And those darkenings you're seeing, I can't say that those are manifestations of spirit or anything. It's power. The AC and the light has a habit of kind of, I don't know, going dim. And I am so disgusted at looking at these walls and ceiling anymore because this place is so badly infested with bed bugs and roaches. It's sickening. I manifest the landlord, Joe Conte, to starting with this next check, only charging me $100 for rent a month until I can get back on my feet and get my business going strong, and making extra money. In which case, I'm out of here. I've been in this same place for 18 years, and the area's bad. The neighborhood's bad. Um, I want to get out of here. I deserve the happy. I deserve all things good. We all do. So we have to manifest them because we're the only ones that can. Um, I manifest endless happiness and joy. I manifest my daughter Zephyr making more of an effort to be in my life and spend time with me and do special mother daughter things. Um, I manifest Christ being completely okay with and positive and even grateful of some things that I'm going to be bringing, will make our lives so much easier, especially with his health in current state it's in. Um, I manifest him getting better, his health improving, um, his breathing be better, that we can start going out and doing things again. Uh, I manifest my self mastery, achieving it, and celebrating the fact that I have. I manifest my brother seeing the wrong that he's done, and that he learns to break out of his own self destructive patterns that are the very things that keep driving me away when I'm all he's got. He doesn't have any friends. He lives an hour away. It's not easy for me to get to him, very often. And it's like there will be periods where we get along great and everything's fine, and then there's periods when it's the opposite. The opposite. Um, I manifest his health getting better. Uh, I manifest my mom, her health improving, Jim's health, my daughter Zephyr, my daughter Brooke. I'm deciding between a 280Z for a car and a Chevy Corvette. I found a really nice white one recently on some kind of listing uh, online. I was just surfing one day and ran across this thing. Like, oh, let's check this out. And it had to do with cars, obviously. So I was just breezing through and trying to learn how to use it, use the site. So I punched in Chevy and then Corvette, and I was shocked. This beautiful white Chevy Corvette popped up. And I was like, wow. And it's like $1,000 and something, I think, is a payment each month. I manifest it's time for the happy. It's time to have joy again, and all things are great and right with the world. I'm a determined Capricorn, so I'm going to keep reading my Bernie books, and I highly recommend them. There's a lot of them out there. I'm going to start collecting copies of each one myself, which, depending on where I get them and how much I pay for each one, it's going to probably take me a while. No, I manifest I'll get them all tomorrow for $20, the whole set. Uh, I manifest my son Michael finally getting out of prison and being able to come home. And be able to find a place for himself and get himself a car, get himself a job. He just developed plenty of skills in that place all these years. He's going to put them to use. Good for him. You go, son. My son Noah, I manifest that he will finally see reason and get himself together, get his life together, leave these girls alone for a while, get himself stable, get himself a job, get himself his own place, get himself a car, driver's license. Well, I don't know if he has a driver's license, but he can drive because he's driven my car when he was here. I manifest his bio father leaving him alone. I manifest my son finding the strength within himself to no longer subject himself to his bio father's insanity. Um, I only want good things for my kids. I manifest a stronger connection with my son David, who passed away, and hope that I will start feeling him stronger and more often, especially during the times when I really need the comfort of having at least one of my kids around me, because the others are busy in other ways. You know, Michael's in prison, my daughter Zephyr's living a life enough for three people, according to her brother Michael. I manifest losing the weight that I need to lose so that I can be healthy again, that I can get rid of all this obesity that just keeps dragging me down and knocking my confidence all over the place and my self esteem. And I manifest not being on this roller coaster anymore that's going nowhere, that's not fun to be on. You know, highs, lows, you know, and it's just like, okay, can I get off this thing, please? Um, I manifest that my friends will have all good things, the people I love and care about, living and dead, human and non-human. I manifest having stronger connections with my Creepy Hollows family. I am a spirit keeper after all. Uh, I manifest chasing the nightmares away to where I don't have them anymore. I manifest being able to go somewhere for a weekend just by myself. I manifest a nice townhome, if that's what they call them. There's this new complex, apartment complex, that there's a couple of them that have been popping up around here, different areas close to me. And one in particular is right next to a Starbucks that I like to frequent. So, any of you that's in the Columbus area and on the east side, like I am, and knows where Town and Country Shopping Mall is, the Starbucks is right across the street from it. And there's also a Starbucks and a Target that's a little further east up the street. But the one that's across from Town and Country is the one that I go to the most. On occasion, if I'm, say, on my way to my mom's or something, I will stop at the Starbucks and Target, because I'll go in Target for something. Speaking of which, I need to go in there tomorrow for some things, kind of like, office supplies related, stuff. And I have a little bit of time before we have to go to our 4 o'clock appointment, but I also have to check the calendar on my phone that has all the appointments on it, so I can see any other additional appointments that Chris may have to go to, in which case I have to be back in time for him to be able to use the car to get to those. Um, I've been on here roughly about 30 minutes. I'm going to leave this thing run, and I'm going to go use the loo. I will be back shortly. Hopefully the spirits will please me and give some good manifestations that nobody can deny while I'm doing. So, any cool manifestations while I was gone? I'm moving back out to the front room here. As I was just trying to be fair, to Chris and didn't want to interfere with his being able to do his breathing treatment. Hey, Kalika. Sorry, there's some shadow. I'm not as close to the light because that is limited as far as how I can do that here. Nobody's on. I'm just. Oh, now you made it darker. Didn't realize how much the kitchen light was casting a nice light source on this. Because as soon as he turned it out, the screen went dark. It's like, uh-oh. Nika, what are you doing? Being a brat cat, like always. Hello. Quit doing that, please. I have to keep moving this thing around because of her. Because when she's up here, she likes to be.
It's not going to sit on that very well there.
Right in my face. Just stay away from the computer, okay? Because I don't want you rubbing on it like you cats seem to like to do. You like to rub on everything. Even if it means knocking stuff in the floor. Turn around. Well. Unbury this. Must have knocked one down. There it is. It's a bit tricky getting the books out right now because I need to clear off my shelf. Okay, this is. Get to the right date. The 26th. August 26th. Ooh, the Siren's Song Bath Spell. To create a layer of magnetism and charm in your aura as you bathe. On your vanity counter, lay out an altar with a crystal dish holding various seashells and pretty ocean rocks, 7 blue, green, and lavender votive candles in clear containers, and any other ocean-oriented treasures you might have. Fill the tub with water and light scented bath salts and bubble bath, and light the candles. Stand in front of your mirror and look at yourself in the candlelight. Visualize a halo of sea foam and pearls around you. Take a deep breath and imagine you are breathing in the essence of Aphrodite, the foam born. Then settle into the tub and take a long, slow bath, luxuriating in the feel of the bubbles and bath oils. Sing if you like, or play soft, sensuous music to contribute to the mood. Sounds like fun. The only problem is I don't have a lot of the. Let's see, I don't have. See, a crystal dish, not really. I've got a candy dish. I guess it could be considered crystal like. I got some seashells, but they're ones that I got from New York, and I don't even know how many of them are still out and how many have gotten packed away. Um, don't have any ocean rocks. Definitely don't have 7 blue, green, and lavender votive candles in clear containers and other ocean oriented treasures. But it still sounds like a fun one if you've got those things and you can pull it off, go for it. It's nice to pamper yourself sometimes, especially with how hectic it is to live. And the spell of the day from this book, The Real Witch's Year, Kate West, the author. Feathers. Feathers symbolize the element of air and therefore represent thought, communication, and travel. I know several witches who have one or more feathers in the car to ensure safe driving. If I could get it. Feathers. I don't have any in the car though. In this heat, with the way the days are hot sometimes, they would probably melt. The feathers of different birds can be used to work magic directly related to the attributes or associations of that bird. For example, a spell connected with the eyes might include a hawk feather, a spell for knowledge, that of an owl feather, or if performing a meditation to the Morrigan, you might use the feathers of a raven. A good many witches have collections of feathers which they keep to use in different spells. It goes without saying that these feathers should be fallen, not taken from a live or even dead bird. When you find a feather, take it home and place it in a hot place, preferably in direct sunlight for a couple of days. This has the effect of killing off any germs it may harbor. Feathers can also be used in house cleaning and protection spells. Burn a feather and take it around every room in the house to drive out all negative energies. Open the windows first, as it will give off a powerful smell. For general household protection, place 1 or 2 feathers in each window. A small bundle of feathers tied with red and green thread can be hung in the room of a baby or small child to bring long life and good fortune. To be reunited with a distant loved one, take a small white feather to a high place and whispering their name to it 3 times, cast it to the wind. Put the knowledge you learn to good use. Well, that's a good one. Goddess of the day. It's probably going to be another one that I don't even know about her existence until I read it in here. Ooh, birthday of Krishna, India. One of my favorite places. Kamala, Kamala. Themes: spirituality, love, relationships, passion, pleasure. Symbols: yellow and lotus. About Kamala, the Hindu lotus girl of pleasure promotes ongoing faithfulness in our relationships inspired by mutual enjoyment and an abundance of love. Kamala also makes us aware of the spiritual dimensions in our physical exchanges that sometimes get overlooked. To do today. In India, today is a time to celebrate the birth of Krishna, the most charming and kind incarnation of Vishnu. Kamala, as one of Lakshmi's incarnations, joins in this festivity as his lover and companion to participate in the gala, eat Indian food, especially hot, spicy items that ignite passion, although you may want to follow this meal with breath mints and antacids. Anything that includes cinnamon, garlic, or saffron is a good alternative choice, as these items bear Kamala's lusty energy. To improve your ability to give and receive love, including self love, wear yellow colored clothing today, especially an item that is worn near the heart chakra: a blouse, shirt, tie, bra, or perhaps a gold necklace or tie tack. As you don that item, say, "Let pleasure flow freely from my heart, Kamala, abide there, your love impart." Wear this same piece of clothing or jewelry again anytime you enact spells or rituals focused on relationships. Yeah, sounds a good one. But then they're all good ones. Oops, I just have to be careful putting them back because I don't want to knock anything over. Cards. Green Oracle. This is the closest to a Gaia deck that I've gotten. I'm sure a Gaia deck will find me out there sometime when I have the money and I happen to be at the right place, and there it is. It's the way it usually works. Whoops. Klutzy me dropping stuff on the floor again. What message does the Green Oracle have for me today? Fall. Yeah, I guess we are kind of getting to that. Especially, I guess some people probably do consider September the beginning of fall or something or another. Meow. Squeaky butt. Carmela, she's meowing. What do you want? What do you want? Huh? I don't know, Mom. I just want to sit here and stare at you. She does that a lot. Concept. Seasons. Slowing down. Image. A wonderful tree in fall. Autumn is the season of closure. Things slow down. They begin to fade and let themselves go. Looking for the end. Things have a different flavor in autumn. They still can be joyful, but to get that joy, you need to accept that it is the nature of all things to pass. Without an ending, even the most perfect story doesn't have much meaning. Divinational meaning. It's time to prepare the ending. What is not yet finished is still present. In autumn, you gather memories and make them precious. Without an ending, there is no story. Indeed. Get off my cards, stupid So sick of these damn bed bugs. I manifest all the bed bugs and roaches die that's in this apartment and never come back again. Affirmation cards. What is my affirmation for today? Communication. Wonder how that other person's feeling? Ask them. Wish they knew how you were feeling? Tell them. You've just been drafted into the communication army, where there is a strict do, ask, do, tell policy. Speak with kindness and gentleness and reach an understanding. If you don't, assumption will just make asses of everyone, including the person who came up with that aphorism. Very funny. Whoops. What's the matter, Carmela? You bored again? So what else is new? This place is boring. It's too small.
All those toys.
I know. And they may as well not exist because they don't hardly touch any of them. It's bizarre. Dragon deck. What dragon is with me today and what is your message? Father Time. Go figure. Father Time. Isn't he gorgeous? Okay. He is... There we go. Went right past him. Page 54. Here we go. Father Time is probably as old as the universe itself.
I don't know.
This commanding, wise old dragon will aid you to still the constant chatter of your mind and just be. His presence supports our grounding and brings focus to the moment. His aim is that we let go of linear time, for it is a man-made concept. His energy helps us to enter the void, which is particularly useful during meditation. His message today is now, this moment in time is a gift, which is why it is called the present. Allow all time to stop and break your habit of clock chasing, because in reality, there is only now. Let yourself sink a little deeper into the abyss of quiet stillness and let go. The man made concept of linear time is illusionary. It only serves to fuel the doubts in your life. I am here to guide you to a more tranquil way of being, to be fully present in the moment. He goes on to say, the stresses of your existence are often due to your preoccupation with time. Find your point of center, breathe and let go. Whether these anxieties are from a lack of time or a feeling of not being good enough, nothing is gained by being fretful. Stop setting yourself unrealistic time scales and such high expectations you can achieve without making it so difficult for yourself. You, as human doings, dragons refer to us as human doings rather than beings, fail to see that much of your stress is unconscious, as it is as natural to you as breathing. Recognize this and release it. With this quietness of mind, Father Time aids you in finding clarity in all life situations and helps you to see the bigger picture, allowing you to reach a new level of understanding. Makes sense to me. And being Capricorn and my ruling planet is Saturn, and there's this whole Father Time thing related to that, and an obsession with hourglasses, which I have yet to get me a nice one. I've got some over on a table that are like 2, 3, and 4 minute timers, but that's all I've got as far as hourglasses. I've always wanted to get me a nice one. And last but certainly not least, my fairies, my fairy deck. Fairy blessing cards. These things really stood out to me one day in Half Price Books, I believe is where I got them. Yep, the book's trying to go on the floor again because the outfit I'm wearing is stuff slides off of it. What fairy is with me today, and what is your message? A blessing of dreams. I don't think I've ever gotten her before. Isn't she pretty? Ooh, shiny. Fairy 19, meaning 19 in the book. Just got to find her. Here she is. Under the cloak of stars of night, let yourself fly and travel. Be free and discover. May the fairy gift of the night, that is a wonderland, be yours. And yet may deep and true rest be yours too. May all dreams be teachers, kind to your mind, yet challenging and wild. Let yourself know that the night and the darkness are nothing to be feared, but are only other universes where we humans travel in different forms. Let the dreams of the Fae come to you and visit them in castles old, crystal caves, deep beneath hollow hills, in the flower beds of fairy gardens,
Oh,
Let the travels of the night be yours. May every time of darkness hold for you stars beyond measure. And may those stars be what attracts your eyes and your heart. And know that within you, too, are the night and the day. And when we bring them together, true magic can take place. Let there be night visions, nocturnal adventures, and greater understanding of the darkness, both without and within yourself. You shall now see what shines within times of darkness, and be aware of the blessings of the gift of creating cosmic connections and perceiving galactic energies. You are a child of wonder and of the night. And from this time forth, let your night and your dreams be true friends to you, gifted by fairy, blessed by the elementals who know the ways of the in between worlds. Every blessing, fairy blessings of the night and of your dreams to you, friend. And I think I will sleep with her in my pillowcase tonight, and maybe she'll come to me in a dream. That would be lovely. I almost never do that because I don't want to bend my cards, in a bad way and like tear them up or something. And that is just one of my favorite ways of utilizing my time and um, bringing interesting content to the live stream. So it's not just me blathering on endlessly about whatever. Oh, darn it, I hate when I get hair and fuzz in my chapstick. It's annoying. So may the fairy of dreams be with me tonight and for sure help me have good dreams, not nightmares. Because when it comes to nightmares, sometimes they're so bad that I will wake up and I will literally not be allowed or won't allow myself to fall back asleep, sometimes for several hours, which disrupts my sleep, which is not good. Uh, but I sleep with sodalite crystals under my pillow, in my pillowcase, and I keep them in a little pouch and tie the pouch shut so that they don't, get lost down underneath the bed because that's such a pain in the butt to get anything out of there. Because I have to pull boxes off and under the bed that the cats have destroyed. So it's like, why even keep them under there? The boxes are so badly damaged anymore. I might as well take everything out of there and find a new box to put it all in and stuff it down in the basement somewhere if I even can. Um, but don't know when we'll finally get around to getting some like totes, plastic totes that have lids and have the little fastener things that come up over the ends to keep the cats out of them, but that's not going to necessarily stop them from scratching the crap out of them. So I can see us having to yell at them a lot for that reason because, they're always looking for things to sharpen their claws on, and they don't seem to care if it's something that we don't want them sharpening their claws on. They do it anyway. So then it becomes an endless battle of constantly yelling at them and telling them to stop. Because they probably perceive us humans as weird as we perceive them. Uh-huh. Uh, Catology, And I one of my probably my favorite books that I have is called Your Magical Cat or something like that, and it's got an interesting transformation spell in it that I've tried before, but wasn't able to achieve, probably because I was doing something wrong or I was too full of fear to really try it. And there was one particular word in the spell that I refused to say, and instead I tried to replace it with a positive word. And considering it's involving cats, um, you have to have a cat subject to. I guess a good way to look at it would be like psychically connect with or something on a deeper level than just the normal everyday stuff that goes on when you're just going through your day, loving on your pets and trying to give them a good home, and a good family. And um, this place is just too tiny for four cats. It's constant struggle, to keep the litter box clean, keep them in food. Um, I hate like turning on the kitchen light for any reason because of all the roaches, and they go everywhere. You see millions of them, and it's disgusting. It's not a fun situation to live in, and our landlord won't do his job and spray for it on a regular basis, and it's just one of many reasons I want to get us out of here and away from this area into a nice house somewhere and be able to be rid of these things once and for all, because I'm sure there's many people out there that agree with me when I say this. I'm tired of being an endless smorgasbord for the bed bugs to munch on at night and disrupt my sleep from all them feeding on my blood, and then I'm itching and it's waking me up. And so I have to wet down my side of the bed with a scented spray. I have to soak down my blanket. I have to soak down my pillows. I have to even spray it on my clothes and stuff like that, because it's the only way that I can seem to keep them at bay, decently enough that I can get some sleep. But, when you get up several times throughout the night to use the bathroom and whatnot, that becomes quite the challenge, because every time I do get up and use the bathroom, I usually have to respray everything again. And as if that isn't bad enough, um, I sleep in a freezer, meaning the bedroom is so cold, and because of the way it's angled and because of me laying on the side of the bed that I do, I get the brunt of it. It's like it's blowing across Chris and he's not even feeling it. He suggested us switching sides. I said, no, I don't want to do that, because that's just going to confuse Bella, because his favorite sleeping place is on Daddy's pillow. Even at night when Daddy's trying to sleep on his pillow, so he don't leave Daddy a lot of room to lay his head, because Bella's a big cat. He's Maine Coon, and apparently he's some type of a runt, because I've seen Maine Coons, and literally they're so big. Any of you that have seen pictures of them can agree. They're so big that some of them you got to literally hold up with both arms and hands. You got to brace them up against your body and hold on, because there's both ends, because they're so big. Angle this down a little better. I manifest the roaches and bed bugs leaving here immediately and never coming back, so that we can be at peace and we don't have to worry about taking them with us when we do move. And it's almost 9:45, so I think Chris is finally calling it a night and going to bed, going to sleep, or whatever. I don't know how long I'm going to be up, because I'm really trying to get myself into the law of attraction mindset and stay there. Um, Start manifesting all things good that we should have had eons ago, but life happens and it just becomes one big challenge to get through the day, to maintain our optimism and positivity. Uh, I do very little of my witchy practices, even because anytime I sit at my abundance altar or one of my other altars and try to do some kind of magic or even meditate, my cats are in my face. They're wanting on my lap. They're wanting my attention right then and there. I have nowhere to go where I can have the quietude that I need to be able to do that successfully. I'm not saying I don't love my cats. I most certainly do. They are the only children I have right now that's here in the apartment. Not to exclude any of my Creepy Hollows family because they know better. They know how much they're a part of my life, just like my cats are. None of my human children are around. So I have my animal children, my cats, and my one fish that I am trying desperately to keep alive. Would like to get a nice little 5-gallon tank for him and get a little kit that comes with everything you need, including, even a little container of food. Because, I mean, he's still got plenty of food. I've been feeding him goldfish food, but it's pretty much all the same, according to Chris. And he's probably right. Because the tank that he's in right now is just it's not big, but it's a glass cube. And let me check the battery. It's okay. It's about not even down to half yet, but the chlorine in the water, in the city water, is really bad. So I'm seeing a milkiness in the water, and I just changed it like a day ago or something, and it's like I don't want it to kill my fish. I've lost several fish here a couple months ago. They did so good for so long, and then one day they were just all dead. And I saw that same milkiness in the water, and it killed them. So instead, I turned my 10-gallon fish tank into a terrarium that I only light up some of the time. I don't light it up all the time because I've got the lid on the tank and it has a light and it has a cord and it has a little switch that you flip and that turns it on and off, of course. Thought about setting it all back up again, and because I've still got everything to set up the tank and put him in that, but he's just that big old tank, one fish, it's just going to look awkward. So if I could at least get him a little 5-gallon nice little tank that lights up and has a nice secure lid on top and has some kind of a little filtering system and, air bubbles in the water, and, then I don't have to change it near as much as I have been because the water just gets milky too quick. I try to give him small amounts of food, yet I'm already seeing a bunch of it that has floated to the bottom. And once it floats to the bottom and dissolves into its ooey gooey state, he just, he don't touch it. Um, Pausing again, trying to think of what to talk about. I mean, yeah, I could turn my tablet back on and read some more of my Bernie book, but hope I did. Okay, yeah, I did turn it off. It takes it a few minutes to warm up, but this is my very first tablet. It's just an 8-inch, and the little circle on the back was this thing that I had on it that was supposed to help you to hold on to it better and everything, but I had to finally take that off because it was just in the way. And one of the things I'm gonna possibly be getting for it here with my upcoming check is a nice new pretty light green case to put on it to keep it more protected and better covered, so that it's don't get scratched up. Is Pinky still down there on the floor? No, I've got to figure out where I put that one again now. Pinky, I'm referring to another 2-in-1 that I have that, excuse me, let's see here. Should go back to what I was reading, but let me I can at least do the summaries. I've got a lot of books on here that I need to get rid of because I don't remember putting them on here. Shatter the Earth, Karen Chance. I don't even remember where I left off with those books. Spells and How They Work. Final Days of Magic. The Magician King. Ew. The 5 Love Languages. Let me bring up my library here. Because I'm looking at some of these and I was like, I don't remember putting those on there. Why are they on there? Like this here. I guess I'm going to have to do it another day. Okay, I was reading my secret book, but I guess it went back to the beginning page. Oh no, here we go. Okay. Secret summaries. I don't know how slowly I can read these off, but if you don't want to read through the entire chapter, you can always just skip to the summaries, and it pretty much gives you a breakdown of what is discussed in that chapter, and it makes it quick and easy. The law of attraction is a law of nature. It is as impartial as the law of gravity. Nothing can come into your experience unless you summon it through persistent thoughts. To know what you're thinking, ask yourself, how are you feeling? Emotions are valuable tools that instantly tell us what we are thinking. It is impossible to feel bad and at the same time have good thoughts. Your thoughts determine your frequency, and your feelings tell you immediately what frequency you are on. When you feel bad, you're on the frequency of drawing more bad things. When you feel good, you are powerfully attracting more good things to you. Secret shifters, such as pleasant memories, nature, or your favorite music, can change your feelings and shift your frequency in an instant. The feeling of love is the highest frequency you can emit. The greater the love you feel and emit, the greater the power you are harnessing. Now, this is the second set of summaries. Let me go back to very first one, because when we'll do this, I better do it right. Because there should be another batch of secret summaries back here. Here we go. The great secret of life is the law of attraction. The law of attraction says, like attracts like. So when you think a thought, you are also attracting like thoughts to you. Thoughts are magnetic, and thoughts have a frequency. As you think thoughts, they are sent out into the universe, and they magnetically attract all like things that are on the same frequency. Everything sent out returns to the source, you. You are like a human transmission tower, transmitting a frequency with your thoughts. If you want to change anything in your life, change the frequency by changing your thoughts. Your current thoughts are creating your future life. What you think about the most or focus on the most will appear as your life. Your thoughts become things. And that's the summaries of the first chapter. I definitely recommend these books because I look at it this way. If you decide you get them and decide you don't like them, then at least you tried something, you tried something new. Um, Going to the chapter 3 secret summaries, but have to go through several pages to get to them. Come on. Man, this is a long one. Whew. Okay, secret summaries from chapter 3. Like Aladdin's genie, the law of attraction grants our every command. The creative process helps you create what you want in 3 simple steps: ask, believe, and receive. Asking the universe for what you want is your opportunity to get clear about what you want. As you get clear in your mind, you have asked. Believing involves acting, speaking, and thinking as though you have already received what you've asked for. When you emit the frequency of having received it, the law of attraction moves people, events, and circumstances for you to receive. Receiving involves feeling the way you will feel once your desire has manifested. Feeling good now puts you on the frequency of what you want. To lose weight, don't focus on losing weight. Instead, focus on your perfect weight. Feel the feelings of your perfect weight, and you will summon it to you. It takes no time for the universe to manifest what you want. It is as easy to manifest $1 as it is to manifest $1 million. Now, I know there's a lot of skeptics out there. Chris is one of them. He thinks this is a bunch of hooey and it's a waste of time. I do not. Okay, boy, this is another long one. Here we go. Secret summaries for chapter 4. I wrote these down once, and once I wrote them down, which I'm in the process of doing again, but I had to stop halfway through. I think it was the second set of summaries, so chapter 2 summaries, because we were watching the Heroes series on, I would say on Prime, but it's not on Prime. Chris got them from the library, and we're going to watch the final disc tomorrow, so that'll be the final episodes, and it'll be interesting to see what the finale is going to be like. I'm sure it'll be a whopper. Secret summaries for chapter 4. Expectation is a powerful attractive force. Expect the things you want, and don't expect the things you don't want. When I wrote these down before, and once I get them written down again, I will clear my digital recorder off. This is the little thing to charge it. But I have to use my big computer to do it because that's the only one of the computers that I have that Chris has this set up to where There's a simple process that you do that I may have to have him show me again because I haven't done it in so long. What it does is it takes all the files off of here, transfers them onto the computer, wiping them off of here at the same time. So once it's transferred, it wipes it off of here so you don't have to go through a bunch of them manually, which kills my carpal tunnel. But I would listen to these secret summaries at night. I would put the recorder under my pillow and I would put it on as low a frequency as I could, as low a volume. So your subconscious is hearing it, and subconscious is where a lot of the power is. So I was subliminally listening to these to remind myself to maintain the law of attraction, the positivity, the optimism. And I would do this every night. And then, well, life happens. And then I stopped doing it. And, well, now it's time to start them up again. Very helpful, very good therapy. Gratitude is a powerful process for shifting your energy and bringing more of what you want into your life. Be grateful for what you already have, and you will attract more good things. Giving thanks for what you want in advance turbocharges your desires and sends a more powerful signal out into the universe. Visualization is the process of creating pictures in your mind of yourself enjoying what you want. When you visualize, you generate powerful thoughts and feelings of having it now. The law of attraction then returns that reality to you just as you saw it in your mind. To use the law of attraction to your advantage, make it a habit, a habitual way of being, not just a one-time event. At the end of every day, before you go to sleep, go back through the events of the day. Any events or moments that were not what you wanted, replay them in your mind the way you wanted them to go, and therefore you will manifest them. Just wish there wasn't so many pages to go through just to get to the summaries. Secret summaries for Chapter 5. To attract money, focus on wealth. It is impossible to bring more money into your life when you focus on the lack of it. Very true. It is helpful to use your imagination and make believe you already have the money you want. Play games of having wealth and you will feel better about money. As you feel better about it, more will flow into your life. Feeling happy now is the fastest way to bring money into your life. Make it your intention to look at everything you like and say to yourself, I can afford that. I can buy that. You will shift your thinking and begin to feel better about money. Give money in order to bring more of it into your life. When you are generous with money and feel good about sharing it, you are saying, I have plenty. Visualize checks in the mail. Tip the balance of your thoughts to wealth. Think wealth. Chapter 6, Summaries. When you want to attract a relationship, make sure your thoughts, words, actions, and surroundings don't contradict your desires. Your job is you. Unless you fill yourself up first, you have nothing to give anybody. Treat yourself with love and respect, and you will attract people who show you love and respect. When you feel bad about yourself, you block the love, and instead, you attract more people and situations that will continue to make you feel bad about you. Focus on the qualities you love about yourself, and the law of attraction will show you more great things about you. To make a relationship work, focus on what you appreciate about the other person and not your complaints. When you focus on the strengths, you will get more of them. Oops. Chapter 7 Summaries. The placebo effect is an example of the law of attraction in action. When a patient truly believes the tablet is a cure, he receives what he believes and is cured. Focusing on perfect health is something we can all do within ourselves, despite what may be happening on the outside. Laughter attracts joy, releases negativity, and leads to miraculous cures. Disease is held in the body by thought, by observation of the illness, and by the attention given to the illness. If you are feeling a little unwell, don't talk about it unless you want more of it. If you listen to people talk about their illness, you add energy to their illness. Instead, change the conversation to good things and give powerful thoughts to seeing those people in health. Beliefs about aging are all in our minds, so release those thoughts from your consciousness. Focus on health and eternal youth. Do not listen to society's messages about diseases and aging. Negative messages do not serve you. Chapter 8 Summaries. What you resist, you attract because you are powerfully focused on it with emotion. To change anything, go within and emit a new signal with your thoughts and feelings. You cannot help the world by focusing on the negative things. As you focus on the world's negative events, you not only add to them, but you also bring more negative things into your own life. Instead of focusing on the world's problems, give your attention and energy to trust, love, abundance, education, and peace. We will never run out of good things because there's more than enough to go around for everyone. Life is meant to be abundant. You have the ability to tap into the unlimited supply through your thoughts and feelings and bring it into your experience. Praise and bless everything in the world, and you will dissolve negativity and discord and align yourself with the highest frequency, love. Chapter 9 Summaries. Everything is energy. You are an energy magnet, so you electrically energize everything to you and electrically energize yourself to everything you want. You are a spiritual being. You are energy, and energy cannot be created or destroyed. It just changes form. Therefore, the pure essence of you has always been and always will be. The universe emerges from thought. We are the creators not only of our own destiny, but also of the universe. An unlimited supply of ideas is available to you. All knowledge, discoveries, and inventions are in the universal mind as possibilities, waiting for the human mind to draw them forth. You hold everything in your consciousness. We are all connected, and we are all one. Let go of difficulties from your past, cultural codes, and social beliefs. You are the only one who can create the life you deserve. A shortcut to manifesting your desires is to see what you want as absolute fact. Chapter 10 Summaries. You get to fill the blackboard of your life with whatever you want. The only thing you need to do is feel good now. The more you use the power within you, the more power you will draw through you. The time to embrace your magnificence is now. We are in the midst of a glorious era. As we let go of limiting thoughts, we will experience humanity's true magnificence in every area of creation. Do what you love. If you don't know what brings you joy, ask, what is my joy? As you commit to your joy, you will attract an avalanche of joyful things because you are radiating joy. Now that you have learned the knowledge of the secret, what you do with it is up to you. Whatever you choose is right. The power is all yours. And I think that's the last of the summaries. Okay. The magic. I knew you were somewhere. It's another secret book. Please be free and please let it be the entire book, not just a section of it. Dang it. It says Kindle Unlimited, but I don't know if I can get it that way or not. Let me see. Enter the mobile number or email. Hang on, let me get some of these off. Okay. Email. Oh, I hate when it does this. It makes it more complicated than it needs to be. Well, come on. Oh, please wait. Okay, here we go. I can get this one for free and get the entire book, great. Otherwise, I have to pay $14.99 for it. So if that's the case, I'll just have to go out and find it at a bookstore. Because the only two books of the Secret series I have is the first one, which I just read you all the summaries from, and the one called Secret the Magic, which is the one I'm trying to download. Waiting for this stupid code. Should not be taking this long. Come on. Nine 87611. I should not have to go through this. Guess we'll find out. Kindle. Okay, this may only be a sample, so if it is, then I'll just have to wait until my check so I can buy some of these. I'm hoping it's the whole book though, and it's free. Okay, thank you for downloading. Again, this could be just a sample. I'm hoping it's the whole book, but we'll see. First chapter. Do you believe in magic? Hang on, let me make sure. Okay. Now, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be on here, but this is important to me because the first time I got this book from the Secret series, I believe it was the very last chapter, there was a phrase that it stated, because I went through the whole book. I did every assignment that it suggested, because this book has these assignments that you can do from each chapter. And believe me, they are phenomenal. When I got to the last chapter, if I start crying, I apologize, but it's not anything sad, really, so much as I can relate to how that felt because of what has been done to me throughout my life, where I didn't feel that I was getting this word from people. And it's simply acknowledgement, I think. As I read that chapter, and yeah, I just started crying. I mean, I remember I went and put my hand up to my mouth and just started crying because I realized, wow, that's a powerful statement in just one word, acknowledgement, and that I am deserving of this acknowledgement. More on that later. First, I want to see if this is the whole book. Please let it be the whole book. Remember when you were a child and you looked at life in total wonder and awe. Life was magical and exciting, and the smallest things were utterly thrilling to you. You were fascinated by the frost on the grass, a butterfly flittering through the air, or any strange leaf or rock on the ground. You were full of excitement when you lost a tooth, because it meant the tooth fairy would be coming that night, and you would count down the days to that magical night of Christmas. Even though you had no idea how Santa Claus could get to every child in the world in one night, somehow he did it, and he never let you down. Reindeer could fly. There were fairies in the garden. Pets were like people. Toys had personalities. Dreams came true, and you could touch the stars. Your heart was full of joy. Your imagination knew no limits, and you believed that life was magical. There is an exquisite feeling many of us had as children, that everything is good, that every day promises more excitement and adventure, and that nothing could ever thwart our joy for the magic of it all. But somehow, as we grew into adults, responsibilities, problems, and difficulties took their toll on us. We became disillusioned, and the magic we once believed in as children faded and disappeared. It's one of the reasons why, as adults, we love to be around children, so that we can experience that feeling we once had, even if it's just for a moment. I am here to tell you that the magic you once believed in is true, and it's the disillusioned adult perspective of life that is false. The magic of life is real, and it's as real as you are. In fact, life can be far more wondrous than you ever thought it was as a child. and more breathtaking, awe-inspiring, and exciting than anything you've seen before. When you know what to do to bring forth the magic, you will live the life of your dreams. Then you will wonder how you ever could have given up in believing in the magic of life. You may not see reindeer fly, but you will see the things you've always wanted appearing before your eyes. And you will see the things you've dreamed of for so long suddenly happening. You will never know exactly how everything weaved together for your dreams to come true, because magic works in the invisible realm, and that's the most thrilling part. Are you ready to experience the magic again? Are you ready to be filled with awe and wonder every day, like when you were a child? Get ready for the magic. Our adventure begins 2,000 years ago, when life changing knowledge was hidden within a sacred text. A great mystery is revealed. The following passage comes from the Gospel of Matthew in the Holy Scriptures, and it has mystified, confused, and been misunderstood by many people over the centuries. Whoever has will be given more, and he will have an abundance. Whoever does not have, even what he has will be taken from him. You have to admit that when you read the passage, it appears unjust, as it seems to be saying that the rich will get richer and the poor will get poorer. But there's a riddle to be solved in this passage, a mystery to uncover, and when you know it, a new world will have opened up for you. Carpal tunnel, sorry. The answer to the mystery that has eluded so many for centuries is in one hidden word. That was the word. I know, because I'm about to cry. It was an acknowledgement. Gratitude. Whoever has gratitude will be given more, and he or she will have an abundance. Whoever does not have gratitude, even what he or she has will be taken from him or her. Gratitude. By the revelation of one hidden word, a cryptic text is made crystal clear. 2,000 years have passed since those words were recorded, but they are as true today as they ever were. If you don't take the time to be grateful, you will never have more, and what you do have, you will lose. And the promise of the magic that will happen with gratitude is in these words. If you're grateful, you will be given more, and you will have abundance and abundance. From the Quran, the promise of gratitude is equally emphatic. And remember when God proclaimed, "If you are grateful, I will give you more. But if you are ungrateful, verily my punishment is indeed severe." It doesn't matter what religion you follow or whether you're religious or not. These words from the Holy Scriptures and the Quran apply to you and your life. They are describing a fundamental law of science and of the universe. It's universal law. Gratitude operates through a universal law that governs your whole life. According to the law of attraction, which governs all the energy in our universe, from the formation of an atom to the movement of the planets, like attracts like. It's because of the law of attraction that the cells of every living creature are held together, as well as the substance of every material object in your life. The law operates on your thoughts and feelings because they are energy too. And so, whatever you think, whatever you feel, you attract to you. If you think, I don't like my job, I haven't got enough money, I can't find my perfect partner, I can't pay my bills, I think I'm coming down with something, he or she doesn't appreciate me, I don't get along with my parents, my child is a problem, my life is a mess, or my marriage is in trouble, then you must attract more of those experiences. But if you think about what you're grateful for, like, I love my job, my family is very supportive, I had the best vacation, I feel amazing today, I got the biggest tax refund ever, or I had a great weekend camping with my son, and you sincerely feel the gratitude. The law of attraction says you must attract more of those things into your life. It works in the same way as mental being drawn to a magnet, or sorry, metal being drawn to a magnet. Your gratitude is magnetic, and the more gratitude you have, the more abundance you magnetize. It is universal law. You will have heard sayings like, whatever goes around comes around, you reap what you sow, and you get what you give. Well, all of those sayings are describing the same law, and they're also describing a principle of the universe that the great scientist Sir Isaac Newton discovered. Newton's scientific discoveries included the fundamental laws of motion in the universe, one of which says every action always has an opposite and equal reaction. When you apply the idea of gratitude to Newton's law, it says every action of giving thanks, always causes an opposite reaction of receiving. And what you receive will always be equal to the amount of gratitude you've given. This means that the very action of gratitude sets off a reaction of receiving. And the more sincerely and the more deeply grateful you feel, in other words, the more gratitude you give, the more you will receive. The golden thread of gratitude, dating back thousands and thousands of years to the earliest recordings of humankind, the power of gratitude was preached and practiced, and from there was passed on through the centuries, sweeping across the continents, permeating one civilization and culture to the next. The major religions of Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Buddhism, Sikhism, Sikhism, and Hinduism all have gratitude at their core. Muhammad said that gratitude for the abundance you received is the best insurance that the abundance will continue. Buddha said that you have no cause for anything but gratitude and joy. Lao Tzu said that if you rejoice in the way things are, the whole world will belong to you. Krishna said that whatever he is offered, he accepts with joy. King David spoke of giving thanks to the whole world for everything between the heavens and the earth. And Jesus said, thank you before he performed each miracle. From the Australian Aborigines to the African Maasai and Zulu, from the American Navajo, Shawnee, and Cherokee to the Tahitians, Eskimo, and Maori, the practice of gratitude is at the very root of most indigenous traditions. When you arise in the morning, give thanks for the morning light, for your life and strength. Give thanks for your food and the joy of living. If you see no reason for giving thanks, the fault lies within yourself. History is laden with famous figures who practiced gratitude and whose achievements put them amongst the greatest human beings who have ever lived. Gandhi, Mother Teresa, Martin Luther King Jr., the Dalai Lama, Leonardo da Vinci, Plato, Shakespeare, Aesop, Blake, Emerson, Dickens, Proust, Descartes, Lincoln, Young, Newton, Einstein, and many, many more. Albert Einstein's scientific discoveries changed the way we see the universe, and when we asked about his monumental achievements, he spoke only of giving thanks to others. One of the most brilliant minds of all time thanked other people over 100 times a day for the work they had done. Is it any wonder that so many of life's mysteries were revealed to Albert Einstein? Is it any wonder that Albert Einstein made some of the greatest scientific discoveries in history? He practiced gratitude every single day of his life, and in return, he received many forms of abundance. When Isaac Newton was asked how he had achieved the scientific discoveries he made, he said that he stood on the shoulders of giants. Isaac Newton, recently voted the greatest contributor to science and humankind, was also grateful to those men and women who lived before him. The scientists, philosophers, inventors, discoverers, and prophets who practiced gratitude reaped its results, and most were aware of its inherent power. Yet still, gratitude's power is unknown to most people today, because to experience the magic of gratitude in your life, you have to practice it. My discovery. My story is a perfect example of what life is like when a person is ignorant of gratitude and what happens when you make gratitude a part of your life. If I had been asked 6 years ago if I was a grateful person, I would have answered yes, for sure. I'm a grateful person. I say thank you when I receive a gift, when someone opens a door for me, or when a person does something for me. The truth is, I was not a grateful person at all. I didn't know what being grateful really meant, and just saying the words thank you on the odd occasion certainly didn't make me a grateful person. My life without gratitude was pretty challenging. I was in debt, and it was increasing a little bit more every month. I worked really hard, but my finances never improved. And trying to keep up with the mounting debt and obligations, I was living with a continuous undercurrent of stress. My relationships swung like a pendulum from fair to disastrous because I never seemed to have enough time for each person. While I was what would be termed healthy, I felt exhausted at the end of each day, and I always got my fair share of colds and the latest illnesses going around each season. I had moments of happiness when I went out with friends or when I went on vacation, but then the reality of having to work harder to pay for those pleasures would sweep over me. I wasn't living, I was surviving from day to day and from paycheck to paycheck, and I would no sooner solve one life problem than more problems would appear. Check this thing again. Okay, it's getting low. I better plug it in so it don't die on me. But then something happened that would change everything in my life. From that day forward, I discovered a secret about life, and as a result of my discovery, one of the things I began to do was practice gratitude each day. As a result of this, everything in my life changed, and the more I practiced gratitude, the more miraculous were the results. My life truly became magical. For the first time in my life, I became debt free, and shortly after that, I had all the money I needed to do whatever I wanted. Problems in my relationships, work, and health disappeared, and instead of facing daily obstacles, my days became filled with one good thing after another. My health and energy increased dramatically, and I felt better than I had in my 20s. My relationships became much more meaningful, and I enjoyed more good times with my family. excuse me, and friends in just a few months than I had in all the previous years. More than anything else, I felt happier than I thought it was possible to feel. I was blissfully happy, the happiest I had ever been. Gratitude changed me, and my whole life magically changed. Bring the magic into your life. No matter who you are, no matter where you are, no matter what your current circumstances, the magic of gratitude will change your entire life. I have received letters from thousands of people in the worst imaginable situations who have changed their lives completely by practicing gratitude. I have seen miracles take place in health where there seemed to be no hope. I have seen marriages saved and broken relationships transform into magnificent relationships. I have seen those in total poverty become prosperous, and I have seen people in depression catapult into joyful and fulfilling lives. Gratitude can magically turn your relationships into joyful and meaningful relationships, no matter what state they are in now. Gratitude can miraculously make you more prosperous so that you have the money you need to do the things you want to do. It will increase your health and bring a level of happiness beyond what you've ever felt before. Gratitude will work its magic to accelerate your career, increase success, and bring about your dream job or whatever it is you want to do. In fact, whatever it is that you want to be, do, or have, gratitude is the way to receive it. The magical power of gratitude turns your life into gold. As you practice gratitude, you will understand why particular things in your life may have gone wrong and why certain things might be missing from your life. As you make gratitude a way of life, you will wake up each morning so excited to be alive. You will find yourself completely in love with life. Everything will seem effortless. You will feel as light as a feather and happier than you've ever felt before. While challenges may come, you will know how to overcome them and learn from them. Every day will be magical. Every day will be filled with far more magic than when you were a child. Is your life magical? You can tell right now how much you have actually used gratitude in your life. Just take a look at all of the major areas in your life: money, health, happiness, career, home, and relationships. The areas of your life that are abundant and wonderful are where you have used gratitude and are experiencing the magic as a result. Any areas that are not abundant and wonderful are due to a lack of gratitude. It's a simple fact. When you're not grateful, you cannot receive more in return. You've stopped the magic from continuing in your life. When you're not grateful, you stop the flow of better health, better relationships, more joy, more money, and the advancement of your job, career, or business. To receive, you have to give. It's the law. Gratitude is giving thanks, and without it, you cut yourself off from the magic and from receiving everything you want in life. The bottom line of ungratefulness is that when we're not grateful, We're taking things in our life for granted. When we take things for granted, we are unintentionally taking from ourselves. The law of attraction says that like attracts like. So if we take something for granted, we will be taken from as a result. Remember, whoever does not have gratitude, even what he or she has will be taken from him or her. Most certainly, you have been grateful at various times in your life, but to see the magic and cause a radical change to your current circumstances, you have to practice gratitude and make it your new way of life. The magic formula: knowledge is a treasure, but practice is the key to it. Ancient myths and legends say that to bring forth magic, a person must first say the magic words. Bringing forth magic from gratitude works in the same way. And first, you must say the magic words: thank you. I cannot begin to tell you how important the words thank you are for your life. To live in gratitude, to experience the magic in your life, thank you must become the two words you deliberately say and feel more than any other words. They need to become your identity. Thank you is the bridge from where you are now to the life of your dreams. The magic formula. Number one, deliberately think and say the magic words, thank you. Number two, the more you deliberately think and say the magic words, thank you, the more gratitude you feel. Number three, the more gratitude you deliberately think and feel, the more abundance you receive. Gratitude is a feeling. So the ultimate aim in practicing gratitude is to deliberately feel it as much as you can, because it's the force of your feeling that accelerates the magic in your life. Newton's law is 1 for 1. What you give, you receive equally. That means that if you increase your feeling of gratitude, the results in your life will expand to be equal to your feeling. The truer the feeling, the more sincerely grateful you are, the faster your life will change. When you discover how little practice it takes, how easy it is to incorporate gratitude into your daily life, and when you see the magical results for yourself, you will never want to return to the life you used to live. If you practice gratitude a little, your life will change a little. If you practice gratitude a lot every day, your life will change dramatically and in ways that you can hardly imagine. A magical book. As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them. John F. Kennedy said that. In this book, there are 28 magical practices that have been specifically designed so that you learn how to use gratitude's magical power to revolutionize your health, money, job, and relationships, and to make your smallest desires and your biggest dreams come true. You will also learn how to practice gratitude to dissolve problems and transform any negative situation. You will be captivated while you read this life changing knowledge, but without practicing what you learn, the knowledge will slip through your fingers, and the opportunity that you attracted to easily change your life will be gone. To ensure this doesn't happen to you, you need to practice gratitude over 28 days so that you impregnate your cells and your subconscious mind with it. Only then will it change your life permanently. The practices are designed to be completed over 28 consecutive days. This allows you to make gratitude a habit and a new way of life. Practicing gratitude in a concentrated effort over consecutive days guarantees that you will see the magic take place in your life and fast. Within each magical practice is a wealth of secret teachings that will expand your knowledge in tremendous ways. In each practice, you will understand more and more about how life works and how easy it is to have the life you've dreamed of. The first 12 practices use the magical power of gratitude for what you have now and for what you've received in the past. Because unless you're grateful for what you have and what you've received, the magic won't work and you won't receive more. These first 12 practices will set the magic of gratitude into motion immediately. The next 10 practices use the magical power of gratitude for your desires, dreams, and everything you want. Through these 10 practices, you will be able to make your dreams come true, and you will see the circumstances of your life magically change. The last 6 practices take you to a whole new level where you will be saturating gratitude into every cell of your body and mind. You will learn how to use gratitude's magical power to help other people, dissolve problems, and improve any negative situation or circumstance you may encounter throughout your life. You don't need to clear your calendar because each of the practices has been specifically created to fit into your everyday life. Whether it's work days, weekends, holidays, or vacations, gratitude is portable. You take it with you wherever you go. And then wherever you go, the magic happens. If you miss a day, you will most likely lose the momentum of what you have done. To ensure that you don't reduce the magic, if you miss a day, count back 3 days and repeat the practices again from there. Some practices are designed for the morning, and others are designed to do throughout the day. So read each day's practice first thing in the morning. Some practices will need to be read the night before because they begin when you wake. And I will tell you when to do this. You might want to read the next day's practice every night before you go to sleep in order to be prepared. If you do, make sure to reread the practice again in the morning. If you don't want to follow the 28 magical practices consecutively, you can also use them in other ways. You could choose one magical practice that addresses an important subject in your life that you want to change or improve, and you could do that practice 3 days in a row or every day for a week. Or you could do one magical practice a week or two practices a week. The only difference being that it will take you longer to see the changes in your life. After the 28 days, once you've completed the 28 magical practices, you can use particular practices to increase the magic when, where, or when you have a specific need, such as for health or money, or if you want to receive your dream job, have increased success in your work, or improve a relationship, or to continue the practice of gratitude. You can open this book at random, and whichever practice you open to is the one you attracted, so it's the perfect one to do that day. At the end of the 28 magical practices, there are also recommendations of practices you can use in combination, which will accelerate the magic in specific areas of your life. Can you overdo gratitude? Never. Can your life become too magical? Hardly. Use the practices over and over so that gratitude seeps into your consciousness and becomes second nature to you. After 28 days, you will have rewired your brain and implanted gratitude in your subconscious mind, where it is automatically the first thing that comes to your mind in any situation. The magic you experience will be your inspiration, because as you incorporate gratitude into your days, they will be nothing short of spectacular. What are your dreams? Many of the magical practices are designed to help you achieve your dreams. Therefore, you need to get clear about what you really want. Sit down with a computer or pen and paper and make a list of what you really want in every area of your life. Think through every detail of what you want to be, do, or have in your life, in your relationships, career, finances, health, and every area that is important to you. You can be as specific and detailed as you like, but remember, your job is simply to list what you want, not how you're going to get what you want. The how will be done for you when the gratitude works its magic. If you want a better job or your dream job, then think about everything you want the job to be. Think about the things that are important to you, such as the type of work you want to do, how you want to feel in your job, the type of company you want to work for, the kind of people you want to work with, the hours you want to work, where you want your job to be, and the salary you want to receive. Get very clear about what you want in the job by thinking it through thoroughly and writing all the details down. If you want money to educate your children, work out the details of their education, including which school you want your children to attend, the cost of the school fees, books, food, clothing, and transportation. so that you know exactly how much money you will need. If you want to travel, then write down the details of the countries you want to visit, how long you want to travel for, what you want to see and do, where you want to stay, and the means by which you want to travel. If you want a perfect partner, then write down every detail of the characteristics you want that person to have. If you want improved relationships, write down the relationships you want to improve and what you want them to be like. If you want more health or an improved bodily condition, be specific about what ways you want to improve your health or body. If you want a dream home, then list every detail of what you want the home to be, room by room. If there are specific material things you want, like a car, clothes, or appliances, write them down. If you want to achieve something, such as passing an exam, getting a degree, a goal in sports, succeeding as a musician, doctor, writer, actor, scientist, or business person, or whatever it is you would like to achieve, write it down and be as specific as possible. I would strongly urge you to find the time to maintain a list of your dreams throughout your life. Write down the little things, the big things, or what you want this moment, this month, or this year. As you think of more things, add them to the list. And as you receive things, cross them off the list. An easy way to do a list of what you want is to divide it into categories of health and body, career and work, money, relationships, personal desires, material things, and then just add the things you want to each category. When you get clear about the things you want, you are giving a definite direction to the way you want gratitude's magical power to change your life, and you are ready to begin the most exciting and thrilling adventure you've ever been on. Day one, count your blessings. When I started counting my blessings, my whole life turned around. I will interject here for a minute. I call it a grateful list. Each day, write down a list, however big or small, um, that feels right to you. I would try to do at least 10 things, and sometimes I would go up to as many as 20 or more. I'm not kidding, but because it's about blessings. So it's a daily way that you can get the gratitude going and become familiar with it, connected with it. You will have heard people say to count your blessings. And when you think about the things you're grateful for, that's exactly what you're doing. But what you may not have realized is that counting your blessings is one of the most powerful practices you can ever do, and it will magically turn your whole life around. When you're grateful for the things you have, no matter how small they may be, you will see those things instantly increase. If you're grateful for the money you have, however little, you will see your money magically grow. If you're grateful for a relationship, even if it's not perfect, you will see it miraculously get even better. If you're grateful for the job that you have, even if it's not your dream job, things will begin to change so that you enjoy your job more, and all kinds of opportunities for your work will suddenly appear. The flip side is that when we're not counting our blessings, we can fall into the trap of unintentionally counting negative things. We count negative things when we talk about the things we don't have. We count negative things when we criticize or find fault with other people, when we complain about traffic, waiting in lines, delays, the government, not enough money, or the weather. When we count negative things, they increase too. But on top of that, with every negative thing we count, we cancel out blessings that were on their way. I have tried both, counting my blessings and counting negative things, and I can assure you that counting your blessings is the only way to have abundance in your life. Better to lose count while naming your blessings than to lose your blessings to counting your troubles. First thing in the morning, or as early in the day as you can, count your blessings or write the grateful list. You can write out your list by hand, type it on a computer, or use a special book or journal and keep all of your gratitude in one place. Today, you are going to make a simple list of 10 blessings in your life you are grateful for, thusly, the grateful list. When Einstein gave thanks, he thought about why he was grateful. When you think about the reason why you're grateful for a particular thing, person, or situation, you will feel gratitude more deeply. Remember that the magic of gratitude happens according to the degree of your feeling. So, with each item on your list, write the reason why you're grateful for it. Here are some ideas for writing your list. 1. I am truly blessed to have, and then you put down what you're blessed to have because, and you write down why you're blessed to have it. Number 2, I am so happy and grateful for, write down what and why you're grateful for it. Number 3, I am truly grateful for, write down what you're grateful for and why. Because, so you say, I am truly grateful for what, because is the why. Number 4, with all my heart, thank you for, write down and why you're thankful for that. After you've finished making your list of 10 blessings, go back and read each one, either in your mind or out loud. When you get to the end of each blessing, say the magic words 3 times. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And feel the gratitude for that blessing as much as you possibly can. To help you feel more gratitude, you can be grateful to the universe, God, spirit, goodness, life, your greater self, or any other concept you are drawn to. When you direct gratitude towards something or someone, you will feel it even more, and your gratitude will have even more power and create even more magic. It's the reason why indigenous and ancient cultures chose symbols like the sun to direct their gratitude toward. They were simply using physical symbols to represent the universal source of all goodness. And in focusing on that symbol, they felt more gratitude. The practice of counting your blessings is so simple and so powerful in altering your life that I want you to continue to add 10 more blessings to your list every day for the next 27 days. You might think it could be difficult to find 10 things you're grateful for every day, but the more you think about it, the more you will realize how much you have to be grateful for. Look closely at your life. You have received and are continuing to receive so much each and every day. There is really so much to give thanks for. You could be grateful for your home, your family, your friends, your work, and your pets. You could be thankful for the sun, the water that you drink, the food that you eat, and the air that you breathe. Without any of them, you wouldn't be alive. You could be grateful for the trees, the animals, the oceans, the birds, the flowers, the plants, blue skies, rain, the stars, the moon, and our beautiful planet Earth. You could be grateful for your senses, your eyes that see, your ears that hear, your mouth that tastes, your nose that smells, and your skin that enables you to feel. You could be grateful for the legs you walk on, your hands that you use to do almost everything, your voice that enables you to express yourself and communicate with others. You could give thanks for your amazing immune system that keeps you well, and all of your organs that maintain your body so that you can live. And what about the magnificence of your human mind, which no computer technology in the world can duplicate? Here is a list of subjects that will remind you of the major areas you can look for blessings to be grateful for. You can also add any subject you want depending on what is important to you at any time. Health and body, work and success, money, relationships, passions, happiness, love, life, nature, planet Earth, air, water, and the sun, material goods and services, any subject of your choosing. You should feel significantly better and happier after each time you count your blessings, and how good you feel is your measure of how much gratitude you felt. The more gratitude you felt, the happier you will feel, and the faster your life will change. Some days you will feel happy really quickly, and other days it may take a little longer. But as you continue to count your blessings every day, you will notice a bigger and bigger difference in the way you feel each time, and you will see your blessings magically multiply. Magic reminder: make sure to read tomorrow's magical practice sometime today, as you will need to do something specific before you begin tomorrow. Okay, okay. Magic practice number one: count your blessings. Number one, first thing in the morning, make a list of 10 blessings in your life you are grateful for. Number two, write why you're grateful for each blessing. Number three, go back and read your list either in your mind or out loud. When you get to the end of each one, say the magic words, thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel the gratitude for that blessing as much as you possibly can. Repeat the first three steps of this magical practice every morning for the next 27 days. Read tomorrow's magical practice today. The Magic Rock, Day 2. Reflect upon your present blessings, of which every man has plenty, not on your past misfortunes, of which all men have some. So I can't read. I'm just gonna, okay. Magic practice number 2, the magic rock. I will read the whole chapter tomorrow. Number 1, repeat steps 1, 2, 3 of magic practice number 1. Count your blessings. Make a list of 10 blessings. Write why you're grateful. Reread your list. And at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. Number 2, find a magic rock and put it by your bedside. Before going to sleep tonight, hold your magic rock in your hand and think of the best thing that happened today. Say the magic words, thank you, for the best thing that happened today. Repeat the magic rock practice every night for the next 26 days. Read tomorrow's magical practice today. So, let's get back to the magic rock. And I will stop there, and hopefully it will keep it, and then I can just bring it back up tomorrow. And yes, the magic rock can be a crystal. If you have a favorite crystal, that's perfectly fine. Or if you just find a particular rock somewhere on the ground, or, you know, whatever, just get it, trust in it. Um, I'm going to go ahead and plug in my tablet again. Oh, crap. That one don't fit. I forgot. It's a different one down here. Hang on. This one goes to a little humidifier thing that I got from Temu a while back. Okay, let's get this plugged in. That way it's at full power every day. Because, yeah, that is a lot of reading. Oh, sorry. My nose is running like crazy. Oh, I hate that. Ouch. Go ahead and take these feathers out of my hair. This is a roach clip that I try to keep handy because I never know when Daryl, one of my neighbors in the building, he lives downstairs in one of the apartments down there. I never know when he might suddenly decide to come up and see if I want to smoke. So there you have it. Work on your grateful list. Get your magic rock picked. Get your 10 magic blessings written. But remember, don't do that until tomorrow morning when you get up. Okay, it was down to 71%. So that's not too bad. 71 from 100. Let's see. 90 would be 10. 80 would be 20. 70 would be 30. So about 30%. Took about 30% of it to read all that I did. So tomorrow when I wake up, I am going to write down my grateful list. And this time, because how I used to do it in the past is I would write down the 10 things, then I would go back and reread the list. Usually I would do it mentally, and then I would read it again in my mind, and then I would put the reason why I'm grateful for that blessing. And then once I got all that done and I did the thank you times 3, then I would check mark it off, move down to the next one. When I got to the bottom of the 10th, the 10th one, I would fold it into 3. I would fold it 3 times and I would burn it because that was sending it out into the universe. But that was just me trying my own significant way to do it, I guess. And no way is wrong. But now that I've read the book again and I've started us on this journey, my hope is that it will help all of us who see this live stream, who benefit from it. Go out and get the books, certainly, if you like. That way, at your leisure, you can sit down and you can do the summaries yourself from the secret book. You can do the practices from the magic book. So this time, I'm going to try it their way. I will add 10 blessings each day. And that's going to be a long blessing list. That's going to take a lot of paper. So, and I've definitely got that in abundance here. I just got to use up what I have that's the most handy and then go out and get me some more that I can put in a 3-ring binder. These are just my crispy treats, Rice Krispie treats. And once I do my grateful list, that'll be the assignment for the day. Then I will continue writing down my summaries from the secret book, the first one. And once I get them all written down again, then I'm hoping that will finally inspire me to take my digital recorder here, get out my big computer, get everything downloaded and cleared off of it so that I can start using it again at night when I go to sleep, play it on a very low volume, put it under inside my pillowcase so I don't knock it in the floor at night. Um, and I usually turn it down to what I think is a subliminal enough level to where you can just barely make out that there's words being said, and then just let your subconscious do its thing. Um, but right now, oh, that's a good live stream. I've been on here 2 hours and 34 minutes. Yeah, this water is more tepid than ice cold anymore. And I have these long, slender ice cubes that I use to bring it back up to an ice cold um, temperature. I can drink tepid water, but yeah, it's definitely not on my favorite list. I like my ice water just like I like to have ice in my pop. And this is one of my fun Capricorn, and this is metal mugs. And it's just a kind of a fun little novelty item. I really, really like it. And I got it from Temu. So if you want to go on Temu and just punch in the search window zodiac cups or tumblers or whatever, and it should bring them up and find whatever your sign is. Or if you know somebody that would like something like that, get one in that's their sign. Uh, um, and I definitely got to remember to put my fairy under my pillow too, in the hopes that she will come to me in my dreams tonight and she will keep away the nightmares for sure, so that I'll have pleasant dreams and I'll get to meet her. Because this may be a fairy deck, but to me, the fairies are very real. And remember, what you think, you manifest. So, I guess I'm going to call it a night myself. I'm going to end this live stream. I know some of you are probably like, oh, but it was just getting good. Well, tune in tomorrow. I mean, because I've decided that as a fun project, I will literally get on here every day for the next 28 days and read each assignment, read through each one, read the practice. You can write down the practice, do it at your leisure. And let's enjoy this journey of gratitude and being grateful so that we will be blessed with more and it will be for everyone. So, blessed be. Love y'all. Thanks for listening. See you tomorrow. Blessed be.